بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألف لام ميم ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين.
Interpretation of the Holy Quran.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. With the help of Allah, we begin a brief commentary of Quran. We got to chapter Maeda, the 5th chapter of Quran, which is revealed in Medina. It has 120 verses. Please listen to verse 94.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا ليبلونكم الله بشيء من الصيد تناله أيديكم ورماحكم ليعلم الله من يخافه بالغيب فمن اعتدى بعد ذلك فله عذاب أليم.
O you who believe, Allah will certainly try you in respect of some game which your hands and your lances can reach, that Allah might know who fears Him in secret. But whoever exceeds the limit after these, he shall have a painful punishment. We talked about this verse in previous section, and we promise to continue. From this verse, when Allah says, O believers, I am going to examine you by ordering not to hunt, بِشَيْءٍ مِّنَ الصَّيْدِ, by some game, ordering not to hunt in certain time, certain situation, to see who is going to obey and who is going to disobey. Not because Allah wants to know. Allah's knowledge covers everything. Allah knows everything. Allah knows who obeys Him and who disobeys. But Allah doesn't want to reward or punish only because of His knowledge. Allah wants to show us who is going to disobey, because when Allah rewards some people, other people are going to question Allah, that why did you reward them, not us? When it is proved to ourselves that we disobeyed, we cannot question God or criticize. Allah will not punish people unless by send the prophets to show them that you knew and you understood and you disobeyed. And Allah will not reward people unless they show themselves that they are ready to do something. So Allah's examination is not for Himself, it is going to show us who we are. We said that Allah examines in different way. Allah says, وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ بِشَيْءٍ مِّنَ الْخَوْفِ وَالْجُوءِ وَنَقْصٍ مِّنَ الْأَمْوَالِ وَالْأَنفُسِ وَالثَّمَرَاتِ. I am going to examine you by fairness, by taking some of your property, some of your money, some of your food. بِشَيْءٍ مِّنَ الْأَمْوَالِ وَالْأَنفُسِ وَالثَّمَرَاتِ. Anfus is a plural of nafs. It means to take some members of the family to see what is your reaction. Are you going to criticize Allah or not? وَالثَّمَرَاتِ, it means food, fruits, something like that, to take them. To see that when you are hungry, when you lose something, and you know that Allah could protect it, are you going still to believe in Allah, to worship Allah, or you are going to criticize? We said that Allah examines in different ways. In several verses, Allah says that I am going to examine you by food. Food is very, very important things. When we are hungry, the believers, those who really believe in secrets, they obey Allah. Allah says, لِيَعْلَمَ اللَّهُ مَنْ يَخَافُهُ بِالْغَيْبِ, until Allah will show people who fears Him بالغيب, it means in secret. Some people are ready to obey Allah when they are among the others, but when they are alone, they are ready to commit sin. One of the places that Allah examined is the holy month of Ramadan. Allah says, كُتِبَ عَلَيْكُمُ الصِّيَامُ كَمَا كُتِبَ عَلَى الَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِكُمْ. It is ordered to you to make fast from early morning, from dawn. You must not eat and drink until evening, to see who is ready to control himself. The food and drink that he has, it is available, but God has told him not to touch it. So this is examination by eating and drinking. Allah will examine in different way because the weaknesses of people are different. Some people can control themselves not to eat and drink, but they cannot control their eyes. Some people will control their eyes and eating and drinking easily, but they cannot control themselves with position. When they get a good position, they oppress the others with power. So Allah will examine by money, by power, by ability, by knowledge, by food. Sometimes Allah will give a lot, sometimes Allah will take. And in this verse, Allah will examine people, but by eating, that He says, don't hunt, don't take animals when you are in Mecca and you are muhrim. Unless you come out of Mecca, you change your clothes, you finish your a'mal, your deeds, then you can hunt. Regarding today examination, we said that Allah will examine not to show us not to know Himself. Allah knows everything, but Allah's knowledge is not the cause of my deed. Allah knows what I am going to choose myself. I am free to choose. But Allah knows. It is exactly the same when a father knows that his child is eating, for example, chocolate a lot. And he knows the child has gone and picked up a chocolate. He knows that the child is going to eat it. But it doesn't mean that the father has done something the child. It means the father is not the cause of eating a chocolate. The same, exactly the same. God is not the cause of our deeds. We are free to choose. Only Allah knows what we are going to choose. There are a few messages that we can get from this verse. One, Allah has said Himself, I'm going to examine you, and examination to try people, it is sunnatullah, this is Allah's style. And when Allah says, تَنَالُهُ أَيْدِيكُمْ وَرِمَاهُكُمْ, Allah wants to say that sometimes it is very easy to commit sin. تَنَالُهُ أَيْدِيكُمْ وَرِمَاهُكُمْ, it means the animals or birds are in front of you. You can catch them by your hand, which your hands and your lances can reach easily. But don't touch it. Allah wants to examine, to show us who is ready to obey Allah when the sin is very easy to commit it. مَنْ يَخَافُهُ بِالْغَيْبِ, Allah says, لِيَعْلَمَ اللَّهُ مَنْ يَخَافُهُ بِالْغَيْبِ, that Allah might know, not Allah knows, Allah show, that Allah may show who fears Him in secret. Because in front of other people, many people obey Allah, but when they are in secret, it is very, very difficult to obey Allah unless a person believes 100% in Allah. Then Allah says, فَمَنِ اعْتَدَى بَعْدَ ذَلِكَ فَلَهُ عَذَابٌ أَلِيمٌ. Whoever exceeds the limits, it means disobey Allah, Allah is going to punish him. From this verse, we understand that Prophet's responsibility is to give the message, but whoever exceeds is not the job of Prophet. Allah says, whoever exceeds, that's okay. I'm going to punish him. فَمَنِ اِعْتَدَى بَعْدَ ذَلِكَ فَلَهُ عَذَابٌ أَلِيمٌ. Sometimes a person goes to pilgrimage, spend a lot of money, works so hard, but cannot pass the exam by hunting. So in Hajj, in pilgrimage, there are different tools for examination. One of them is hunting. And we ask Allah to help us to pass the exam, all the exams, not some of them. Thank you very much for watching. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.